And joining us on the line to talk about their brand new song we have from the Austins, we have got Rohan. G'day, Rohan. How you going there?
I'm good. How are you going?
Doing okay today, mate. Doing okay. So you got a day off, I understand. So it must be nice to be focusing on music on a day off rather than your day job.
Certainly is. Certainly is. I'd much rather be playing music full time if I could, but got to pay the bills somehow. So
Exactly right.
never mind.
Well, just let the folks know that your day job is you're the local police officer in Keith. How do you go mixing being, the local copper and then the local muso at the same time? Because I'm sure they two must cross paths every so often.
They do. Every now and then you go to a job and they want you to sing a song or sing a song instead of a speeding fine. So
Yeah.
no, it's all right. Great community down here, and they probably book us for crowd control as well at that party. So come and play some music and keep everyone in line. So,
Well,
it's all good.
That makes sense, really, when you think about it.
Yeah. Now, very few times that I've had to put down the guitar and break up a fight, so that's good.
Yeah. Well, I can remember a few pubs I used to go to back in the day, and if there wasn't a fight on the night, it was a bad night. It was like something went wrong. It was just rare. There was usually something, but thankfully, don't have to deal with any of that anymore.
That's right. Yeah, no, everyone's pretty well behaved.
That they are. So, when you're doing your local music and all that, what sort of things do they do? I'm sure you must get the odd person come up to you and say, "Oh, can you play something from the Police?" You know, I mean, you must get those sort of jokes, surely.
Yeah, I get the old Roxanne every now and then, play Roxanne or Message in a Bottle, but there's always the wisecrack about everyone behaves themselves because the local coppers here or something like that, which is, that's all good. It's all in good fun.
It is, and you take it in your stride, so it sort of diffuses the whole situation anyway.
Yeah, that's right. And I think it's good they get to see a different side of what a police officer does. So it's not always in the uniform and doing what we do. There's a completely different side to me, and that's good for me too. I can have a completely different side to my life and go and play music.
And that's a good thing. So is the things that you encounter on your day job, does that influence the songs that you write?
It can. Candace and I we more write about our upbringings and the things, our values and that sort of stuff. So Back Road Bus Stop, that's a classic example. That's our first single. It's it's about our long distance relationship before I eventually moved to Adelaide. I was in country Victoria and she was in Adelaide, so that was all about putting her on a bus and and saying see you later, pretty much, and not knowing when the next time we'd see each other again would be.
Well, that's your debut single, and we'll get to hear that shortly, Back Road Bus Stop, and it's very relatable because I can remember years ago, and that's how you'd get around. If you didn't have a car, you had to take the bus, and if you wanted to see someone that was special to you, then that's what you had to do, and sometimes you were travelling on the bus all night, or you'd be getting up at 5 a.m. to catch the bus at 6, and then that's just what you did. That's what you did. It's telling a tale that it's even today. I don't think too many people would really be able to relate to and understand, but us older folks certainly would.
Yeah, well, that's right. I used to remember the amount of buses that would come through. The stop. We've said that it was the Back Road Bus Stop, but the actual bus stop was the Bordertown Roadhouse there. And the amount of buses that used to come through, the old V-Lines and Greyhounds and Premiers, and you don't see too many these days. Lots of cars, not too many buses.
Yeah, State Liner, and yes, I remember them all. And yeah, and I used to like the buses, and actually, I do like in your video clip. There's this one scene that just took me straight back, and that was when you open the door to the bus and you see the bus driver in his shorts, and that is just such a classic image. Because I knew some drivers that it didn't matter whether it was cold like it is now or it was 45 degrees, they were always wearing their shorts.
Yeah, that's right. There's a good little story to that. So we're very thankful to Stone's bus service here in Keith for lending us a bus, and the guy that played the bus driver, Johnny O'Loughlin, is a local truck driver, and he doesn't have a pair of shorts, so he borrowed Peter Stone's shorts, who is a bus driver. And if you have a close look, you may see a cable tie holding them up. So. But I said to him, "Hey mate, you need to have a white shirt, blue shorts, and I want the car key socks pulled up to the knee." So when when I saw that makes the video, that first one, the grin on his face as he opens up and say, come on in.
Yeah, absolutely. I tell you, I the minute I saw it, I just cracked up laughing because it just took me back so many memories of bus drivers on you, and it didn't matter. They were always wearing the shorts, and I used to think, I'm freezing here, and you're in shorts. But there was something about them. But we're always in safe hands, and I remember one trip I was on, and I was really, really tired, and the bus driver, I got to know him, and he said, "Oh, just sit behind me, mate. You're going to fall asleep. I'll keep an eye on you." And it was like. Great, no worries. So I just curled up behind him. It was brilliant. So so shout out to the bus drivers all out there, and they did a great job. So the new single, you've got it out, and that and it was about your long distance relationship and that. So your vocals with Candice and that, there's a nice little mix there. It's a very sweet sort of sound the two of you make.
Yeah, that's right. A lot of people, and we are married, we're husband and wife, but a lot of people ask whether we are related because our voices do seem to sync. So we've been together since 2002 and doing a lot of singing in different bands and so forth along the journey. And I was singing in a local pub rock band called the Crocodiles and just said to Candice, look, let's start a country duo. It's what we both love. Our kids are sort of old enough to look after themselves at gigs now, so let's give it a go. And I think we've written a couple, and just the harmonies and the way they gel together. I'm like, I think this is really going to hopefully be a thing. So this one's turned out that way. We wrote it with David Carter from Carter and Carter. A lot of your listeners will probably be familiar with David and Marilyn, and we were doing some mentoring sessions with David, and this song sort of come out of one of them, and we're really proud of it.
As you should be, as you both should be, and we'll get to hear the song in a sec shortly. And I understand your influence is another husband and wife team, and that is Garth and Trisha. Yeah,
that's right. We love our 90s country. So, Garth Brooks and Trisha, although they didn't do a real lot together, a lot of duos individually, amazing performance, but when they come together you can just sort of feel that relationship that they've got, which is sort of what we try and base our music on, is that, this is us, not trying to be anybody else, and that's about it.
And, well, if you're modelling yourself on them, you're going to be doing all right. Now... You've got the song out now. What's coming up? Is there an album, or is there more singles in the works? What's happening, Rohan?
Yeah, so we travelled to Sydney to record this one with Matt Phil.
Yep, you're in good hands there with Matt. Yep.
Yeah, we were so stoked. I just sent him an email, and I was so happy when he said, "Yeah, come on down." That's great. So we did 3 when we went up. So I've got another 2 ready to go as single releases if we need to, and we're riding flat out to complete an album, and we're heading to see Matt. He's now moved to Tasmania, so that's even better because we haven't been to Tassie. So we'll have a look around when we go down there in October. So hopefully we finish it off, and we'll aim to launch it at Tamworth in 2023.
Okay, not a bad spot to launch it too.
Yeah. We were thinking about going this year, and then of course the pandemic put it back a few months, and then it didn't quite suit. That's probably given us the time to make sure that we've got all the songs ready to go, and we'll be able to make sure that we've got a good album to launch to the people. So
the songs that you're writing, are they all about the experiences between you and Candice, or what sort of things can you tell us?
Yeah, they're based on our beliefs and our values and that sort of stuff. It's not all about just Candice and I. Candice's identical twin sister, Nadine, she recently got married, so we've written a song that we performed at her wedding, which will be on there. My mum passed away in 2007. There'll be one for her as well that we'll try and get on there. So yeah, it's just about our encounters in our life, but There won't be any about the bloke that's doing 150 and 110 zone, though. That'll be... We'll leave that one out.
Yeah, you might as well leave that one out. Now, give me this right. You were playing drums and now you're out playing guitar. And I've heard many a time where drummers are very much frustrated guitarists. Is that a bit of truth there with you?
Yeah, you don't get any attention at the back. I was in a little three-piece and I was the singer and I thought, geez, no one's, the two front guys, they didn't sing. So the drummer's always at the back. Unless you're Phil Collins, you're at the back. So I bought a guitar and taught myself how to play, and another mate of ours picked up the drums, so then we become a four-piece. But yeah, I think it's the attention thing. I think if you're singing and playing drums, you want to be looked at, and if you're way at the back, no one can see you.
That happens with drummers, and sometimes that is the best spot for them too.
Sometimes, yeah. It's funny that one of the guitarists in our band, he never ever sang, and now he's got his own solo show where he plays guitar and sings, which is great. I'm glad that he's doing that. So
now, Rohan, you mentioned to me as we're chatting here a bit about faith and that. So how important is faith to your music?
Yeah, it's very important. I think values. It's one of those things that we've all got to have morals and values and stick by them. Otherwise, I think we sort of get lost. So yeah, it's one of those things. I think if it can relate to, if your song has got those in there, I think it relates to a lot of people. So very much so. And I'm not really in the business, and Candice isn't either, of just churning out a song for the sake of it. Unless it means something, then I don't think we'll be putting it out there.
Have you found that your music has enabled you to communicate with the younger generation? Because it always seems to be that the young kids, when they see someone in authority, do not want to connect with them. They're against them straight away. But has your music helped to bridge some of that?
Yeah, I think so, especially locally. I mean, I've been here for 10 years. I think everybody seems to know who I am and that I am a musician as well as a police officer. So, and that's great. That's what being a country cop is all about, is community and making sure that you, reaching out to everybody or helping everybody. And when they, like I said earlier, when they see that different side of you, it sort of brings it back to reality that, they're people.
Exactly right. So does the town get nervous when you're wearing your Metallica T-shirt?
I don't know whether I own one of them. I got a Led Zeppelin one, but no, they're walking around town in the Andrew Swift one this morning, and a lot of people looking at me because it's the not related to Taylor one. So everyone's looking at me, but
he put out a good album last year too. Anyway, moving on from that, Rohan, it has been great chatting to you. I'd love to have more of a chat, and maybe you and Candice can come visit us, because Keith's not that far from the Flow Studios. Just go past the bakery on your way, because Wayne really loves some product that they produce, which I'm sure you'd be fairly familiar with as well. So you can drop it off and then you can play a tune for us here at our studios. We won't mind.
That would be excellent. We would love to come that way. We are heading up north soon. Actually, we're going to Port Pirie and Moonta. So
we're only a slight detour, but you're welcome to take it.
More than happy to.
Rohan, it's great chatting to you. All the best to Candice as well, and everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today on Flow. I'm sure we'll make it a regular thing too. If you could please introduce your song for all our Flow listeners.
Yeah, well, I'm Rohan from the Austins, and you're listening to our latest single, Back Road Bus Stop, here on Flow FM.
Trying to be brave. to see you go, but I know you have to. The house feels so empty when you're gone. Our lives are worlds apart when you're not with me. It doesn't feel like home. Long distance love can be hard sometimes. The part that's killing me is saying goodbye.
It's not the place I thought I'd be, letting you go. At a back road bus stop on some older road, as the doors slowly close and we're rolling away. Can't wait to see you again. When that Greyhound bus pulls in at a back road bus stop. Back road bus stop.
You look out over city lights.
You look up at a sky full of stars. No matter the miles between us, we're together in our hearts. It's not the place I thought I'd be, letting you go.
At a back road bus stop on some